with his ominous eyes, as three figures made their way closer and closer to his forest domain. They were still quite a distance away. The three figures were far too distant for ordinary eyes to see. But Pana ewa did not have ordinary eyes, nor did he possess an ordinary body, for Pana ewa was a mo'o. Mo'o are fierce beings. They exist in both the natural and supernatural realms. They dwell in deep ponds, wet caves, damp forests. Mo'o can take the form of different plants, animals, even humans. But the true form of a mo'o is difficult to describe, for few have ever actually seen one. Most say that mo'o are dragon-like lizards, with huge bodies, long tongues, and sharp claws. Others say that a mo'o's form is more water-like, constantly changing, constantly reforming itself. But whatever a mo'o looks like, there's one thing about them that is certain. Mo'o are very territorial. They will inflict great harm on whoever enters their home uninvited, and it seemed to Pana ewa that these three figures in the distance were going to do just that. So Pana ewa watched. You could make out that the three figures were wahine, female, and they were about to enter a very dangerous place, the uplands of Puna. That area was the home of Lehuaula and Lehuakea. These two kupua, or shapeshifters, were the descendants of Honolulu, a monstrous bird of the ancient days who would swoop down and devour men whole. From this great ancestor of theirs, Lehuaula and Lehuakea inherited the ability to transform from birds to humans. And back again. Pana ewa smiled as he saw the three wahine pause abruptly. In front of them stood two incredibly handsome men. It was Lehuaula and Lehuakea. Pana ewa had seen this game many times before. The two birdmen would use their handsome human forms to entice their victims, then do with them what they will. These three wahine didn't stand a chance. One of them was instantly entranced by the cunning of the birdman. Another one frolicked in the plants, while the third seemed to clutch her pau, the skirt that she wore, like a bashful little girl. The mo'o laughed out loud. He knew what would follow. One by one, the three wahine would fall victim to the birdmen, becoming enraptured by their enchantment until it was too late. Then something unexpected happened. The two birdmen took to the sky and flew up as fast as they could. Pana ewa was confused. What could have made the descendants of the great bird Honolulu fly off so skitishly, so shamefully? Perhaps he underestimated these three wahine. As he peered even more intently, his eyes kept falling on one in particular. It was the bashful one, the one who clutched her pau. Only she wasn't bashful at all, Pana ewa realized. Even from this distance, the mo'o could tell that this wahine was quite confident, something that Pana ewa did not appreciate at all. So he continued to watch. The women proceeded on their breathless journey. They traveled over steep hills and down treacherous slopes. They crossed dangerous rivers and faced imposing cliffs. Eventually, their path led them to a point where a decision had to be made. Do they continue on through the uplands or head seaward through Hale? The obvious route would have been to go through Hale along the coast. This was the easier way, the path most would have chosen. The women, however, chose otherwise and decided to continue on through the uplands on a path that would lead them directly to Pana ewa's forest. The mo'o was furious. All knew of Pana spot his home. Trees covered with crimson blossoms that made Pana ewa's home a foreboding island of red. All knew to stay far from this place, yet here were these three arrogant wahine treading where no one else dared. His blood boiled, his body trembled. How dare these wahine! These wahine. The current within the moor settled. Wahine. He had allowed his anger to arise at the thought of three weak, trifling human women. No, not even women, he thought. Girls. They weren't even worth his time. And yet, his eyes kept going back to that confident one. There was something about her. Perhaps it was that pa'u, that skirt that she wore. He had never seen anything like it. It was peculiar, almost magical even. He froze as a sudden thought came to his mind. It was known that Hale, a powerful goddess of a volcano, had given her enchanted pa'u to her youngest sister, iaka. With that pa'u, iaka could channel Hale's own power directly from the volcano Kilauea. Could this confident wahine in the distance be iaka, and could that be the dreaded pa'u that she wore? Pana ewa could not risk waiting to find out, for Hale and her entire family were the sworn enemies of the Momo clan. Immediately, he sent his minions, Kukui and Kapuapuea, to find out. Kukulu! Kukulu! Where is that idiot? Kukulu! Pana ewa sent us to find those wahine and spy on them. We're supposed to be hiding, but you're nowhere to be found. I'm right here, Kapua. I thought hiding meant you weren't supposed to be found. Anyway, I found the three wahine and I was spying on them. Come on, I'll show you. See? Here we are. 1, 2, 3 wahine. And I'm pretty sure the one with the fancy skirt is iaka, just as Pana ewa weird. I see. Oh, yeah, there's 3 of them. And well, they certainly are wahine. But, nope, that's not iaka. Kapua, I'm pretty sure that is iaka. Something about the way the other two keep calling her iaka. You're an idiot. Of course they want us to think that she's iaka. If we think that she's iaka, then we're going to run away in terror. And if we run away in terror, then they're going to go to Pana ewa pretending to be us. And if they go to Pana ewa pretending to be us, then Pana ewa is going to think that we turned into women and we'll never eat bananas again. What? I don't think this will happen. Of course it's going to happen, really. Now, you and I are leaving, and I don't want to hear anything more about iaka. Okay, Kapua. If you don't think that's her, I guess we should just head back to Pana ewa and tell him that everything's fine. Uh-oh, it's too late. He's already here. What's too late? Who's already? Oh, it's Pana ewa, isn't it? And he's standing right behind me. Oh, hi there, Pana ewa. Hi, you are looking quite mole-ish today, which is difficult to describe for few that ever actually seen. The 3 wahine? Oh, I can assure you that none of them are the dreaded iaki kapoleo like you feared. What's that sound? Oh, well, listen. Well, it sounds like the voice of a wahine chanting. Uh-oh. Just then, a single chanter engulfed the entire forest with her voice. Oh, Pana ewa oh, The words of the chant were directed to Pana ewa, asking entrance into his land. The chanter naming herself as none other than iaka Hale. Pana ewa bellowed his response. You arrogant wahine, never will you step foot onto my land. The only entrance I'll grant you is into the realm of death. Oki na popo na ulalele. Oki na popo na ulalele. It was a command given to his minions, one that would surely bring about the death of Iaka, but at a cost almost too ghastly to imagine. Their instructions: chop off the heads of all the leaping red wraiths, letting their preternatural blood gush forth to drown the three wahine in a river of red. Kukulukukui and Kapuakoia did as instructed. This is disgusting! Who knew all these wraiths had so much blood in them? Look at that. It keeps gushing and gushing and gushing. It's revolting. Kapua? Maybe if you listen to me, then we wouldn't be in this mess. Maybe if you told Pana ewa the truth, then he would have gotten one of his other minions to chop off the heads of all these poor wraiths. You're an idiot. Obviously, Pana ewa chose us because we're the best head choppers around. I bet he's even planning on giving us a promotion. Oh, I get it. So Pana ewa is giving us a chance to get ahead. You're an idiot. On and on the minions chopped, and the blood of the waves quickly rose and flooded the forest. But Iaka and her two companions simply stood there, holding tight to that enchanted papu of hers. More blood flowed, reaching their chins, threatening to drown them, but still they clutched that papu. Then what came next seemed to happen all at once. In an instant, the sky turned black with the smoke of Kilauea. Iaka had summoned the power of Hale. Then her voice thundered throughout the forest, reaching out and asking the gods of the Levelani to let loose their drenching rains from above, which they did. Torrents of water poured down, washing away the blood and carrying Pana ewa and his minions out to sea. Kukuru! Kukuru kukui! Oh, great. Stuck on a log in the middle of the ocean. Kukuru, get over here and help me paddle this log back to shore. No! I will not help you, Kapua! This is all your fault. If you had listened to me, we wouldn't be in this mess. So you can just paddle your own log. I'm leaving. Oh, and one more thing, Kapua. You're the idiot. So, Iaka and her companions continued on their journey. And as for Pana ewa, it said that his body was eaten by a giant fish, but his towering grove of red-blossomed or Hale trees continued to stand, and that area will forever be known as Pana ewa Nui Moku Lehua, the great forest island of the Mo'o Pana ewa. Now I end my first story with a traditional storyteller's ending, and that is to say, Pipi Holo Ka'au, let the sprinkled tales travel far.